Viewer discretion is advised.
Happy Saturday, even though the show notes still say Thursday. Guys, old habits die hard. I'm going to actually fix that right now. You are listening and or watching Pwnecast. This is we are in episode 252. Holy crap. Why is anybody still watching us? If you're watching us, go get a life and we're not worth your effort, I promise. We are in patch 8.2. Tonight, we are going to be talking about DitchCon, world first race predictions. There's quite the buzz. Lots of things that have been laughable, to be honest. I've quite enjoyed. There's been some Twitter drama, and it's over random things, which is kind of funny. I want to have some predictions. I'm not really, my predictions are just going to go method. That's pretty much the gist of my predictions. But I figured Envy would probably have something better to offer, since he is more of the elitist per se than my casual self. And we are going to also attempt to analyze why the fuck Alliance is a bunch of bitches on our server and don't play in war mode. Because we need a special investigative report. I need a journalist. If anybody knows a journalist, during this intro, find a journalist, reach out to me, because we need Chris Hansen. That's who we need. Chris Hansen. Guys, we have a lot to talk about, so make sure you guys go get a drink and stay hydrated, because those things are important. But, we got a lot to talk about, so stay right here.
In 2014, a crack commando unit was banned from Trade Chat for comments they didn't make. These men and women promptly escaped from the Stormwind stockades to the Ironforge underground. Today, still hunted by the trolls of Trade Chat, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you can hire the Pwnecast. Leader and brains of the operation, it's Belle.
I want tacos so bad.
Betrayer of the priestly order and huntard extraordinaire, it's Remedies.
Then how did you eat it in the first place?
With the Pwnecast team assembled, let the battle for Azeroth begin.
I swear I'm going to change the intro. I swear. I promise, Envy. It is forefront in my brain. And actually, I probably should reach out to the artist who I think he's waiting on me to do something. I'm going to be really honest, guys. I didn't think the party was going to fund. So the last week or so, I kind of stopped dealing with the art stuff because I just assumed we weren't going to fund, and it was not a big deal. I was just going to need to make sure I had the money to compensate the artist for the rest, because when you do these things, you pay for the art, half of it up front, and then you pay for the other half when the Kickstarter funds. So I have just made the assumption. In fact, Wednesday, your wife and I, Envy, have to have a meeting in regards to the decoration crafting. Her and I are going to have to split duty. I'm going to give her the super complicated shit. Anything that requires, tacky glue or any of the bullshit I dealt with last year. Because, guys, last year, literally, the people at Lowe's know me by first name because I was in there every single day for something different, trying to make stuff work. And when I got home from BlizzCon that week, my garage was orange and black and green and purple, and there was all these sad attempts of the stupid pumpkin shrine and all this other crap. So I decided we're going to do it again this year.
I got a tool. I'm getting a tool chest, but I got some tools, and the hammer's missing. The hammer's been missing for God knows how long.
It's probably in her craft room, if I had to guess.
The 10mm, that's the first to go. That's always the first casualty.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned this because I was driving my wife to work today, and she had mentioned that exactly that you two are gonna start talking about the decorations and stuff, and she's like, I'm calling in that that card from earlier. I'm like, the hell are you talking about? So, yesterday,
What did you agree to?
I went to the dispensary and I bought what's called a Canagar. It's a cigar, but it's pot.
Isn't that a blunt, or am I out of the loop?
Yeah, it looks like a blunt, but it's a cigar, and it's wrapped in a gold wrapper, and it was a $200.
Oh, you're fancy. Oh, okay.
It was $200. She went to work. She told me to get out. I'm coming in. I went in. She bought like a $209 Cricut press, Crafters. You know what that is? Don't ask me. And some other stuff. So I got my pot. She got her press, and the first thing out of her word, or the first words out of her mouth were like, "We're gonna make stuff with this for DitchCon. So you're gonna cost me more money than my joint did."
Well, that's what women do. Even your friends that are women. Like, I'm not the exception just because we're not in a relationship. I'm actually more of the exception because I'm friends with your wife. That makes it even worse. If it was a thing where I didn't know your wife and I was just friends with you, you probably would get away with probably not having to deal with that. But since I am friends with her, that makes it a little bit more difficult. I don't actually separate you two as not a thing. Like, I said something the other day, like I only have 2 friends, and I had meant you and your wife and Julio. Like, that's, I mean, Chaos. Sorry, I used a slave name. I don't know how to separate the 2 of you. I just merged you 2 together as a package deal. So yeah, the crafting. I mean, the good news is we pretty much already know what we wanted to do because we talked about this.
And you have a lot of old stuff too. Not that I'm suggesting you use old stuff, but some of it might be recyclable.
Well, the only thing I kept is the Headless Horseman. Because that was like a 2-week labor of love, and it shouldn't have been, right? It should have just been something relatively simple. The candy bucket, I don't even know where that went. I think they threw it away.
I think I'm gonna sell some more stock this year. Just prep for it.
Well, the good news is DitchCon's funded, so that stuff's paid for, which is great. Last year, I actually went over budget slightly, but a lot of it was my fault. Stuff I had forgotten about until last minute. And I thought, well, it's fine. We have extra, so I can just go and do 3 pumpkin shrine versions, right? I did 3 pumpkin shrine versions to figure out which one was going to be the winner. None of them were the winner.
It's, you know, we funded. Well, you did. But there's always that unexpected expense. Something's going to be missing. You forgot something, and we deal with it on the spot. Like last week, I was high as hell. Made me walk all the way to Walgreens to buy an extension cord.
So we have 27 hours to go, and we are not funded.
No kidding.
Nope, somebody backed out. That's okay though. That's okay. This is why I hate this time of year. I hate this time of year. It is so stressful because literally 5 seconds before the Kickstarter closes, anything could go wrong. Anyway, okay, so I forgot to do the actual intro. Guys, if you're new to Pwnecast, my name is Belle, and I apologize in advance. Just kidding. I don't apologize for anything. This is my co-host, Envy. He is the Raider Extraordinaire.
No, the hell I'm not.
Yeah, you're the Raider Extraordinaire. That's your new name.
Yet.
What would you call yourself if you were to describe your...
A sadist. A goddamn sadist.
Yeah, I would agree there. I would 100% agree with that statement that you are a sadist. That
All
isn't
right.
always a bad thing, though. But, I mean, like, in terms of... You figure you have elitists, you have casuals, you have elitist casuals, you have entitled, you have go with the flow, you have sometimers, you have... I keep the pet collectors only in their own group. The reason I keep the pet collectors only in their own group is because there are many people who just do pet battles. Like, they don't do any other content. And I think that that's okay. It's a little weird for me, but I mean, Jimmo was always obsessed with the pet battles, so I like collecting, but I don't like doing things to collect them. I'm not about the pet battle life. The PvP pet battling is what's really hard for me because you have to just deal with what you're thrown out. You don't have any idea what they're going to be using. Okay, so let's talk about what's happening Tuesday, July 16th for the reset. We have the PvP Brawl Classic Ashran. This is interesting. I didn't check it out in PTR. I know they did some testing in PTR. I don't really have background on how they've kind of adjusted it for it to be a brawl. We're definitely going to have to do it though, NB, because we need to know what is going on in there. I liked Ashran. I didn't like all the changes that they made after, but I spent a lot of time there farming that stupid part for your the auctionator guy. Time walking is going to be Wrath. And the pet battle bonus event. Though I thought the pet battle bonus event was this week.
Done. We're funded again.
We're funded again? How the
Always covering your ass.
You just wanted free drinks, asshole.
That's pretty much what it comes down to. Yay, we're gonna party again. You can get drunk with your Uncle Envy.
Okay, so just kidding.
What are we talking about? Oh, Ashran.
Ashran.
I like Ashran on its initial release, and then it just depressed the hell out of me.
Did you get the did you do the auctionator for your, or the auctioneer for your garrison?
No, I never had it.
I spent a lot of time. And everybody told me I was stupid. They're like, you're not even going to use this. Guys, I use my garrison every day. Every day. I hearth to my garrison. I use it to buy stuff out of the auction house. And I still use my garrison resources because I get that little cachet by the entrance every single day. Gives you 500. And after weeks of not using them, I buy the sumptuous fur from the little trader right across from the auction guy, and I make my Hexweed bags every day. And everybody told me that it was a waste of time.
You know, that's not such a bad idea.
And you could still do that if anybody's interested. Like, it isn't something you have to do. There are still parts. I still see all the modules in the auction house. I think the only part that might have been the struggle is the piece from Ashran, but they might have changed where that comes from. I don't actually know. But I know I still see, like, there's like 5 modules that you have to build this thing, and I still see those. I still see those parts. So it was a good buy. It was just, and I love my Christmas decorations in July. And all my little people in my garrison have ugly sweaters. It's amazing. Also today, if you're watching this right now, Luminous Luminaries, that's happening in Vashir. Go help them do things and stuff and junk and stuff. Like all the things. Just do it because that's what you got to do. And I just realized that I hate when I'm signed in as me. And Dad too angry. I love that everybody just remembers your pug shitting. Like, it's hysterical to me that that's...
Oh, they're down here today too. The night is still young, y'all.
Well, she's home, so they might not misbehave.
No, she's... No, is she home?
Is she home?
No, I don't know. She says hi from work.
Oh, she's in the bathroom. Well, she's management. She gets to be able to do whatever she wants as management.
She's in the bathroom.
Well, I messaged her the other day, yesterday even, and I was like, "Are you dead?" Like,
my pug had a really good week. It got a limp over the weekend, and we don't know how it happened. It was just limping. So we took him to the vet. $300 later, he gets 3 sets of pills: a pain reliever, an anti-inflammatory, and a muscle relaxer. I've never seen this pug with so much energy in my life.
I need to I need to go to his vet.
Now he's just like, I
Because,
think he's like on a come down or something.
yeah, clearly he's like in love with his life. So, like, I'm in. I need to be.
You need to be in this state. It's okay though. The Perky Pug is alive and well,
Shitting on the carpet.
like a pro.
Like a pro. So, there's hot fixes. I don't care about any of them, and I don't think you guys do either.
I don't know. We have some raiders here. They might care about like.
Well, but this is just Eternal Palace, right? This is just the new raid.
Yes,
Well, are these? This is normal or heroic?
it's for both.
Both.
Some of them are marked.
Okay, give the raiders why it matters.
Just a quick one. Blackwater Behemoth. Oxygen-rich buff persists through death now. Before it didn't. It just was a bug. The collectibles, marine life around the raids, or around the raid, it's now correctly tracking that for your achievement. Intro to Marine Biology. Queen Ashara, this is hard mode only. Fixed a bug that caused players to get damaged by arcane bursts through LOS. That's been addressed. Fixed another bug on players who jumped when stay was cast on them from abiding to the decree in hard mode. And then we got some various other classes, fixes on classes. Well, just one. Demon Hunter fixed a bug that prevented Fellblade from interrupting channeled spells. And if you have the essence, Vision of Perfection now correctly reduces the cooldown of Discipline Priest Mindbender. Speaking of essences, y'all should be doing your plus 7s. If not, just do them. You get a pretty nice essence.
I thought you said +6 the other day, or you said 7, and I just thought 6 because I have a 6 in my bag.
So next time I'll say 8. But yeah, it's 7. And they hurt. They are a bit painful. We did a 9 the other night and missed the timer by like 9 minutes. Granted, it was a siege of Borealis. Borealis.
Well, so what is it? Because they make everything difficult at the very beginning, and then they have to scale it back.
Oh yeah, and
Like with each, because you had mentioned that it's like season related, and I wasn't 100% sure what that means because I want to pretend like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't.
it's a new season, a new affix after 10. The 3 Nagas, 3 elemental Nagas. Forget what it's called, but yeah, it's a new season. It hits harder. The gear is going to be better, obviously. If you do a plus 10, if you're good enough to do a plus 10, I'm sure plenty of you are. You can expect to think a 435 in your chest. That's maxed currently.
Even if you don't complete it in the timer?
Even if you don't complete it in the time.
Well, then why aren't we doing 10s?
Because I haven't gotten a 10 yet, sweetheart.
Well, I got a 6 I could level up.
Well, it's still gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Bull stream. That's the biggest thing.
That's no AoE, right? Because everything explodes?
No.
No, that's sanguine.
When somebody dies, no, that's sort of true. When somebody dies, they just empower the person next to them. So you got like.
Oh, so if the ads die close
5
together.
regulars. Yeah, you got a Buffy ad. It's fun though. I mean,
That doesn't sound fun. That sounds like I want to kill myself.
it hurt. It'll hurt for now, but
Whatever ones that are like AoE related always makes me crazy. It always makes me crazy. It makes me feel like I don't want to be that guy because I'm going to be that guy that screws it up for everybody else. 100%.
But you don't have to do a plus. Ooh, excuse me. Booze. You don't have to just do a plus 7. You can do a plus 4 and get the same essence, but it's rank 1. Rank 2 comes from a plus 7. And then there's a quest, I believe, for rank 3. And the legendary rank, that's if you complete all of the dungeons within time at plus 15. That's going to take a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hurt, but definitely doable for a lot of guilds.
We're not method, okay?
No, we're not. I see you're wearing their jersey.
Yeah, you know, I have been doing mental preparations because I am going to help mod the stream. And as a viewer of the stream last round, well, not this last year, but the year before, as a viewer of said stream, I ignore chat on purpose. So I've been like brushing up on my basics. But when they're doing their stuff, it's when I'm watching because I'm a night owl. So when they're like, I think I fall asleep, especially when it's like the weekends. I think I fall asleep at like 7 in the morning. Last time they were on Jaina and it was like 7 in the morning and I'm like, I can't stay awake anymore. But I am wanting to rep because we've got PvP. We've got, again, I'm not really that big into the MDI, but I like supporting our MDI team. But
I missed that show. I wanted to catch it, but I did catch Arena, like I mentioned earlier.
So let me give you the real story. Every Friday, my husband washes my jersey so that I can wear it because I only wear my jersey on Fridays, my green one. The last 2 weeks, he has not washed my jersey on Friday. He washes my jersey Sunday. And what kind of wife complains? Like, I can't be like, fuck you for not washing my jersey because that's just selfish, right? That's just like the worst wife ever. Like, how dare you not clean my jersey? One could argue, why don't you clean your own jersey, right? Because I'm sure some of you are watching and are like, why does this bitch just clean her own stuff? Guys, half the time I'm lucky I wear a bra and brush my teeth. Like,
it's true. She doesn't even care if like there's guests in town. My visit, she had a
sticking
jersey.
straight up.
Didn't say
Don't
anything.
give a fuck. Don't give a shit.
You know, I made the mistake of offering everybody dinner when I visited them.
Which dinner was this? Was this the In-N-Out?
No,
Or
Texas. We went to Texas
Oh,
Roadhouse.
that was so good, though.
This woman has no shame. I'm sitting down, and I'm sitting down on like a chair that they had to bring, and at the edge, sitting next to your husband. I was a little disappointed I didn't get to sit next to Ram, but oh well. Anyways, they bring the bill over, and Belle immediately right there. That's for that man right there. He got the whole bill. I'm like, yeah, you hand it over, but Jesus Christ, you just called out.
Well, I did yell at my husband when you guys were going to the grocery store, and I was like, can you please make sure you swipe your card before he does? Thanks. And he's like, because we have to do that with my mom, too. Because when my mom comes down here for the whole week, my mom always suckers me into taking her with me to the grocery store. And she always gives me some bullshit excuse about, oh, I need to get this, or oh, I need to get that, or oh, I need to do this. And then what happens is when they're doing their thing, she like positions herself perfectly for when the last thing is rung, and she fucking fast slides her goddamn card. She does it to me every single time. And we fight. I know why she does it. She's my mother. She feels like she wants to be able to buy my groceries. I don't really want you to buy my groceries because I just would like to buy them. So I had told him before you guys left, I need you to fast swipe because he's quick as shit. Like, I know he looks slow because he smokes a lot of weed, but he's quick as shit.
That's kind of contradictory, but yeah, and I learned from the best because like Alex does it to me, but he's the senior director. That dude makes
he can afford it, right? Like, if you could,
and he knows exactly how much I make, so it's like,
why haven't you been promoted to whatever's under a senior director? Director?
I don't know that I want that headache. If the opportunity presents itself.
Well, you've seen my life. Isn't it great? Isn't it great?
I've seen Alex's life, and oh man, that's depressing.
I don't even have a life. I literally have no life.
And you want me to do the same? An outage happens on a Sunday.
Yeah, no, that's not fun for anyone.
I can't think, guys. I gotta go do this.
Yeah, no,
Like money and stuff.
I agree there. That's literally not fun for anyone.
Although I have that danger today. I'm still a manager. But it's work. Work's the number one reason why I'm not in a Mythic Guild. And because I suck, but...
Hold on, I'm responding to drama.
Uh-oh.
Live on the show.
Uh-oh. See? No fucks given. She's just like, let me deal with this trash. Hold up. Awkward silence.
Sorry, guys. I'm gonna just turn my notifications off. That way I don't gotta get bothered. There's been drama, which I am going to talk about the drama at the end of the show. Mostly for no other reason other than I wanted a public forum to be able to speak on it once and not have to continue to repeat myself. And this way, all the people that are watching the show right now that are not logged in, so that it doesn't show my viewer count and it doesn't show me that you're creeping, everybody that knows me knows that I'm going to say something publicly because that's what I do. But we'll save that for the very, very, very end. I should be drinking, but I'm not because I'd rather it just be the uncovered.
It must be real good because even Cactu's online. That dude never shows up for anything.
I know. He's here. He's on and ready.
He never shows up for the show, never shows up for raid on time. His heels never show up.
Yeah, he has a baby, right? So he messages me earlier and it's like, I'm really sad I can't go this year. You know, babies and all. I'm like, but your baby's travel size. Like, literally, the babies are built to travel. Like, they even fit in backpacks, guys. Like, they're you know, they're just little teeny tiny guys. They travel very well.
Dude, Cactu, raid tomorrow. I'm gonna need you to get one of those, like vest that you can like put the baby in front of you and just like At least this time you can blame your heels on having to take care of the baby. But
I have raided before with the tiny Jedi on my desk asleep because my daughter has to do things inconveniently for me, so I just throw her the boppy right on the desk and we do stuff. It's not great, but I've gamed with her like laying right here when I'm doing the grandma thing. It's not comfortable, but we do what we gotta do. So, who all is raiding currently? If you've stepped into Eternal Palace with your raid team, I want you to tell me what you think. The reason I'm asking is because I have been involved in a lot of conversations in regards to this raid. And a few groups that I'm in, this is from a higher level perspective, so that's not really helpful for me because I'm not higher level. So I pretend like I understand their frustrations or their likes and dislikes, and I pretend like I know all of those things. I don't really know any of those things. But I know a lot of people have said a lot of really good things about the raid. Like, in general, from the strategy to it feels really fun and challenging to... Because challenging doesn't equal unfun. I know a lot of people think that. And I might fall victim to that, too. Challenging sometimes might equal not fun for me. But challenging is meant to be fun. Right? Did I say that right?
It's not fun if you're just playing to win. I mean, that's the goal, but you want to feel accomplished. You want to feel like you earned something. And I'm hearing some mixed things about the raid too. Harvey's guild, slave name, sorry Harvey. Titania, our tank, co-tank, paladin tank currently. They're already like 5'8" heroic, and they're saying it's probably one of the easier raids compared to Uldir and BOD. But that's their perspective. You know, they are mythic raiders, so they're on a different platform, if you will. But I'm hearing the same thing from other people too. I don't know who to believe. I haven't stepped in there yet. I'm saving that for tomorrow, watching the fights. So we'll see, but...
I laughed at Chris Potter from Method. He posted on his Twitter, how awkward would it be if Pieces shows up to the Red Bull Gaming Arena to compete the next day, right? Because there's the EU is a day behind, and Limit already clears it and gets world first, and here comes Pieces the second day showing up to raid at the arena. I laughed really hard because I was like, that actually would be like the best case scenario for me as a viewer. That's mean, and it isn't because I dislike Pieces. I actually think they're quite capable. I like all the raid teams. I don't dislike any of them. Somebody asked me last week, why do you hate people? I'm like, I honestly, like, outside of me expressing my disdain for things last week, I support all of these guilds. I have friends who are Limit. I love Limit. I don't love all of Limit, and I don't have to. But Limit gave me Trill. I cannot be mad at that. And I have people that I'm friends with their general manager, and I really like her. It's not so finite, right? It doesn't always have to be like, I hate everything about you, so I'm not going to support anything you do. That just doesn't have to be that way. We can disagree and be okay. There's many arena guys that I don't like, but they're skilled and capable. So they get respect. I don't want to root for them to fail unless they're going against somebody that's a favorite of mine. This year's really difficult, though, because a lot of legends are playing, and a lot of them are my favorites. So it's like, I don't know. I really don't want to root for Cloud9, but I really love Snuts, and I really, really want him to win. But I also really want both Method teams to win, and that's just not the land of reality. And I don't really want everybody to win. I want them to play well, and I want them to represent accordingly. Like, I don't want anybody to walk away from the BlizzCon tournament feeling like they played like shit. That sucks. Like, I just want them to entertain people and to feel like they did really good. Incoming barking pugs.
I'll unmute for this.
But yeah, I'm gonna be really the Twitch chat in general. Ugh. PvP, the community itself, it's so weird. And I don't fit in this community whatsoever. I realized that very quickly. Like, these whole beefs and stuff, I don't really do beefs. I just tell you to fuck off and move on, right? I don't really do this thing where you all at each other and then you like try to be cool on the internet and then you like all this stuff. I don't really do those types of things. I speak my piece and I move on. I don't really do beefs. The only one I really have a beef with if anybody, is Jamili, but everybody knows that. I've hated Jamili since like literally the beginning of my PvP like watchings. But I heard a rumor, NB, and this rumor is that you might have indulged yourself in a little bit of arena watching.
I may have. I caught the last 10 minutes, and you might have converted me just a slight bit. And Snuts, wow. There were a few times that I thought he was about to bite the dust, and he refused to die. And the same thing like Majidin on Resurgence side.
Oh, Majidin's really good, though.
Solid effort. But wow, Snuts. It was funny too because both teams have their targets. Snuts being Resurgence target and Majidin being Cloud9, and that was that feeling you get, most viewers, most men, feeling you get when you get to like drive your dream car. That's the feeling that I got watching such an impressive display of skill, and goddamn.
Now you see why it's freaking life, right?
Like, my Apple Watch went off 3 times because I was high as hell, and
that's
like,
probably like not good at all. You probably shouldn't be drinking, or you probably shouldn't be smoking. And PvPing is like, I know people get super hyped about the MDI because I watched a portion of the MDI, but like live at BlizzCon, like the people were hyped. But PvP is a whole different like.
It's a different monster for sure.
Yeah.
It's a different beast. And
I've peed myself in the arena before. 2017, I peed myself. I was screaming so loud. I was angry. I don't remember what happened. Something really pissed me off. Maybe it was double paladins. I don't actually remember. But I screamed and peed and was like, well, this is embarrassing. I'm just going to go change my diaper. I'll be right back, guys. But Angie is right. Not all of them are that good, but recently they've been pretty great. Like, there's been a lot of like, oh my God moments, but nothing compares to watching it live. Because even the most boring parts when you're watching it live. So this gives me some hope. Like, I might actually have people to watch this with, besides having to stalk Angie and her husband.
I mean, I could always bring the Russian over again.
Oh, yeah.
You got,
It's
you
just
got that
going to
picture
steal
with
my
nothing?
my limelight with missing my moment with Dew. I'll never have that moment again. I literally, every time somebody brings up the tournament or brings up that day, I just am filled with intense regret. I have peed myself doing a lot of things, Lord. You are right, including falling down the stairs. But you know, it isn't the fall down the stairs that we focus on. It's whether or not I
what led to
wiped.
it.
Well, it's whether or not I wiped. That's really what we should be focusing on, guys. Did I clean it up? Did I just leave it and blame it on the dog? I would never do that, guys.
I spent that night at your house twice.
My brother, my little brother, well, when I say little, he's like 30, but I'm older than him. He threw up grape soda in my daughter's bedroom and covered it up with a towel.
Well, to be fair, you want to like place a towel over a spill so it can soak up the.
Yeah, no, you pour water over it directly so that it doesn't go all the way into the pad, and then you use the towel to absorb it before it goes into the pad. But see, he just left it there.
That's different. If you just leave it there, then that's just a douche move.
And then the next day, he told me he spilled grape soda. So I had my husband the next day clean the carpet. He couldn't get it out, by the way. Although he didn't give me all of his effort. And if he's watching this, he knows I'm calling him out. He gave me 45% effort. My husband's like, that was not spilled.
see him
He
online,
he
but-
threw up. Oh, he's there. Well, he might not be. He might be. I'm not important to him anymore. He doesn't care about me at all. I'm just kidding, guys. He puts up with a lot of my shit, and I wouldn't if I were him. But I'm really excited because I'm going to Chicago on the 28th for work. And I don't know why I'm so excited, because I got the agenda on Thursday for what we're going to be doing that week, and I want to smash my face into, like, a meat grinder. But it's better. It's just better than the alternative, because I need a break. I need a break where there isn't anybody asking me to do a thing, or meltdowns happening, or decisions to be made, or bills to be paid. Like, I just don't want to deal with any of it. I just want to go. We're going to the Bahamas. Or where did we say we were going?
I don't know. You found it on Sandals.
Yeah, I did. We are going. We are making that happen. Okay. So, now that we've derailed enough, let's see. So you guys already know we met our goal a second time. I just want this to be over. I have like 26 hours so I could just be done. Like, I literally just want to be done. The Kickstarters are stressful. I was late launching it anyway. I'm not going to say Wowhead took all of our juice, but I think Wowhead took all of any juice that we possibly had. Okay. So right now, normal and heroic Eternal Palace is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mythic starts for Tuesday's reset.
Mm-hmm.
That means I need you guys glued to your stream for the Mythic race. Though I was telling my husband, I of course I want Method to win, right? I'm Method. However, I think it'd be good if they lost. What if they didn't get world first this time? Hear me out. How much better is a comeback story? Isn't that better? Like, it gets boring being the leader all the time, right? That's not fun if you're the champ. Like, maybe sometimes you have to bite someone's ear. Like, was Tyson crazy?
I just got that reference.
Like, how crazy was he? Like, sometimes desperate times, right?
Sometimes you got to take a knee. Tanya Harding.
Oh, Tanya Harding, man. You know, she really, honestly, I'm not even going to lie. Like, I can't be mad. Guys, I'm not saying I'm going to go bust anybody's kneecap. Let's not get crazy here. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to judge her. Like,
If you can take anything away from this, it's Margot Robbie.
oh, yeah, but she's hot, though. She's like, She's the type that might legitimately be crazy in real life. She plays crazy too well. Like,
She
she
did in
really-
Wolf of Wall Street. My God, that was a.
Oh, and then what was that? There's a movie she was in where she had a twin sister. It was really dark. It was like some dark, twisted shit. I can't think of it. Shit, it was a really good movie though, and I just thought, she plays crazy a little too well. Usually when they play crazy too well, that's, that is what it is. I love how Envy put classic releases in 43 days.
Read the rest.
For those who care, he put. The person reading the show notes doesn't give any shits. 0. Before I forget, if anybody gets a random Curse of Tides debuff and you don't know why it's happening, go to Nazjatar, go to where there's a little pond in the main area, go in the water, there's an underwater cave, go see the little tortillin there and give him the shit that's in your bag, because there's an encrusted coin and there's a blind, I can't think of the name, a blind something, but I was literally like smashing my head against the keyboard because I couldn't figure out where I was getting this debuff from. And if you're PvPing because you're in war mode, it's a pretty noticeable debuff when you need that extra health that it's taking from you. But yeah, go see that tortillin because it's an item that you got from a quest in there, and it even says like this thing is probably haunted. We're just carrying it around in our bags. What's kind of annoying is there's no tell. There isn't a quest marker or anything that tells you to go down there and give him that item there. Unless I missed it. Did you do that, Envy?
What's that?
Did you turn in your coin to that guy in the water?
I don't remember.
Yeah, there's no tell. There's maybe there was a clue on the tooltip, but
Is this a war mode only thing?
no. So it's
I honestly don't remember.
it's a Curse of Tides. There's like 3 or 4 different curses. Let's see. Maybe it was part of a quest and maybe I broke the quest chain. But yeah, it basically, this debuff pops randomly and you lose health. There's one that like affects healers. But
Doesn't sound familiar.
the encrusted coin, it's the encrusted coin and the blind. Hold on. I'm going to get it exactly for you guys. Not the Curse of Tides. It's the Curse of something.
It's oh shit! I just said it. It is Curse of the Tides.
Is it Curse of the Tides? Okay, so I'm...
You speak to Tortolin with a something on its face. Actually, that's just a mask.
Yeah, you just go under the water, and right when you pop in the water, when you spin around against that wall, go under. And the tortillin, it doesn't take you into, like, a cave where you can breathe, just so you're aware. The tortillin is just chilling in water on the floor of the little river there. So if you don't have, like, if you're not a warlock that has the breathing and stuff, be mindful that you don't AFK going to the guide to turn in the stuff, because your ass will drown.
That'll be hilarious. It'll be a learning moment. Just let it happen.
Exactly. Ugh. Is it a random drop? So I just randomly picked it up from Nazjatar? Huh. I feel like maybe I did loot it off of a mob. Maybe I got it out of one of the treasure chests. And that's... Some of this stuff is discovered this way. Like, we don't... It just happens on a whim that... I got a quest that... I got a toolbox. And I opened the toolbox and it said that my quest log was full. I have no idea what quest was in there. It disappeared. There was no quest in my bags. And it wouldn't let me take the quest log, but... Ugh. But... yeah, I wanted to make sure I told you guys that because I was getting a little irritated because I was in war mode and I kept getting this debuff. I'm like, seriously? Like, I'm struggling enough as it is because no alliance on my server has the balls to be in war mode. So I'm literally one of like 6 people in Nazjatar at any given moment. And there's literally like 0 in Mechagon. 0. Because that's horde territory and everybody's scared. We'll talk about that later though, because it's going to be a rant. So, before I forget, I wanted to ask Envy, who is your prediction for the winner of World First? Honest prediction.
I'm gonna be biased here, but I'm gonna go with Method. I think they feel like they're determined.
Well, they got smart this round. They pre-set up their splits. Like last tier, they decided to do it on a whim, right? Because they needed just a little bit of extra push with Jane on that goddamn wall. But they got smart. They pre-set up their splits, and so my husband, his theory is that limited pieces are going to struggle because the ping from where the arena's located in relation to the server that they're on or something. I don't know.
I don't believe that. Well, I guess if you're...
Well, because limits, they're NA servers, right? So
yeah, they're gonna suffer a bit then. But honestly, when I raided in Russia, it didn't seem too bad.
I remember you raging in the hotel though because something the Wi-Fi. I remember you were raging.
No, it was work related. That was hilarious.
Was it work related? I just remember you sitting in like this tiny chair in your hotel room. You were in Zoom and like you were wearing your fucking Russian hat, which I have right behind my monitor here, and you were ranting about something and then a Russian hooker, and somebody tried to buy the Russian hooker or tried to not buy the Russian hooker, tried to get it for free. I don't remember the story, but I know it was pretty goddamn funny.
It was. I remember it all. Not something I want to repeat
on that's okay.
Public forum, but
I wouldn't either. We don't have to tell people about hookers, but we know that they exist. So
they do. Oldest profession in the world.
A silence does not mean no. So who here, if you're watching this or listening to this not live, I want you to comment on the show or send me an email and tell me, do you play in war mode? What your faction is when you play in war mode. And the reason I asked this question, so yesterday and the day before yesterday, I'm trying to get my rep. I am struggling so hard to complete my dailies in World Quest because I refuse to turn war mode off, and I spend a fair amount of time fighting 10 to 12 to 20 horde at once because my faction's nowhere to be found. I found them yesterday. They're all in Borealis. None of them are in the new zones in war mode because they're all a bunch of scared little bitches, but whatever. So I've been struggling. I can't even get friendly so I can use my contract. I am still 1,000 rep away from friendly. And I've been doing this shit every day. But I'm not able to complete all of it because yesterday, after like 4 hours of getting hammered, I just said, okay, I'm going to be done. I'm just going to go finish my questing and get my emissary for the Tortellans because it was 3k AP, which pushed me to 49 for my necklace, by the way. And you should do your champions rep today. The emissary's up today, so today's the last day to do it, but it's I think for most people it's going to be a 410 piece, which is what mine is. Which most of my gear's 400. I still have like that tied trinket that I haven't replaced because I mean it's considered best in slot for me anyway, and I don't have the mythic version, so I have to have the ghetto version. But I want to know, like, I tweeted my frustration, and a lot of people, and some of my guildmates were like, oh yeah, I turn it off when I go to the new zones. Guys, the people that are sometimes war mode players are the reason that war mode is broken. You guys are the reason that war mode is broken because you're not committing. You're committing when it's convenient, which I was guilty of. Remember, we talked about this at the beginning of the expansion. I said I realized I am part of the problem. And I'm ranting about this in guild, and I have 3 guildies like, oh yeah, I just turned my war mode off. And then last night, Chaos was like, you're still not friendly? No, dude, I'm still not friendly because I'm rolling fucking solo on this map. I am rolling solo. I have no friends, okay? This is what happens when you have a life and you stop playing with your friends because you don't have time, and then you finally have time and all your friends have forgotten about you because it's not their time, it's your time. So I kept my war mode on. I realized that if I shut it off, I probably would already be honored by now. I'm not doing it, guys. I'm not doing it. But instead, if you are Alliance and you are connected, which means Emerald Dream, Argent Dawn, Scryers, who else is connected? There's like 3 other, for the PvP shard, I mean. Most of it's Emerald Dream. Emerald Dream has a lot of Horde. But if you guys are anywhere connected to Argent Dawn's PvP shard group, and you're not in war mode, or you're in war mode only when you're in Borealis, but you're not in war mode when you're in the new zones, or you're in war mode when you're out in Kul Tiras, but you're not in war mode in the new zones, I'm gonna need you to fuck off. Because I need you. Like, it's embarrassing. We always lose the Nazjatar little mini PvP event too, and we lose it by a lot. I'm talking like 100 to the max amount, which is like 3,000. And those are kills, right? That's total, it's like total points of however much points per kill it is. Envy, how are we going to fix this?
Don't ask me. I don't blame war mode.
You're such a liar.
I wanted my flying.
You didn't do it in war mode?
I got flying. It's great. You know, what used to take me like 2.5 hours to complete, because I do it in blood spec, I can get done in 45 minutes.
So I'm literally the only fucking moron who is trying to stand up to keep the system working as expected. And then everybody wants to get on Twitter and fucking shitpost Blizzard.
I don't do that either. I wanted flying.
Now I'm in a moral dilemma, guys, because every week we talk about this stuff, and every week I tell people, if you are not committed to whatever the thing is, and you are situationally choosing to take advantage of these things, you are part of the problem. Because it is the sometimes war moders that are part of the problem. Horde is in war mode all fucking day long in our little PvP shard. But I literally could not find one fucking alliance. For like 2 hours, one alliance. I go to Borealis so I could fly over to, I know I was doing my tortilla quests, and everybody's in Borealis. And I'm like, well, here's where all the alliance is. I even tried to join groups. Like, I tried to do groups of people that were just doing world quests and wanted to roll together, because if you're in war mode, you really shouldn't be solo. Like, you should, the only time you should be solo is if you're a DK. A really good DK. Like, you can't be a basic bitch DK. But
Basic bitch. Some pumpkin spice lattes.
I thought you got your flying in war mode.
I did not. I made the conscious decision to put the raid and the guild first, and in order to be effective.
What, the guild doesn't have anything to do with your flying?
Yes, it certainly does. I have a shit ton of the epic gems now, ready for the raiders who get the new upgraded gear. I got a shit ton of fish needed for the feast.
Your lazy ass just didn't want to fucking truck it all over the place. That's really, don't try to use the guild.
Nope.
Just
I want a raid, sweetheart.
I'm gonna make a meme. I need somebody to meme something.
We're gonna kill bosses this tier. We're not gonna fuck about.
Are we? Cause
I ain't got time for that shit.
I don't know if we're gonna kill bosses. I know I want to kill bosses.
I want to kill bosses too. And for those of you watching, if you want to kill bosses, you know you want to raid with your Uncle Envy. And if you don't, just raid with him anyway to see how much of an asshole he really is.
Just give him the silent treatment. That's what I would do, guys. Like, I would just give him the silent treatment. I love baiting him during raid. Because he gets his...
She does it.
Because he gets his dad mode shit, and then, like, you ask him a question, and he's like, roar, and I'm like...
What did I do wrong?
Now,
okay,
usually when I ask, I know it wasn't me.
That's the look I envision.
But you haven't figured it out yet. I only ask if I know it wasn't me. If I know it was me, I don't say shit.
I just ignore you at that point. You know, it happens. I see you die. I'm like, it was expected.
Well, listen. To be fair, there was days where I don't even know what we were doing in Raid. I had literally 3 people standing at my desk. One is crying, the other's complaining, my phone is ringing, like, all this drama is going on at the house. I have to put out all these fires, and I'm like, can you guys please fuck off? It's Raid time. Like, I just need you guys to just fuck off. Just...
You know, I finally took Bell on a +11. It was like the very last one.
I only died twice, though. Actually, I only died once.
No, we died plenty of times.
No, y'all died.
No.
Y'all.
No, you died too.
I died one time.
Because I died during reaping. The healer.
Hey,
didn't.
I actually did. I actually did really good. The only thing that was new was reaping.
That was fun for her, but we missed the timer, but surprisingly, we only missed it by like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I was really sad. I didn't realize we didn't have enough of the percentage at the end because I kept thinking, well, we just killed the boss. Fuck. But I didn't look at the right side.
Actually, I think cervical ribs are guild healer, one of them at least. His dumbass got knocked back into those ads after behind Harlem Sweep. You know, skipped them, and he's like, oh man, I'm such a shitter. No, bring him on. We need the goddamn percentage. We should have pulled more.
Yeah, I agree. I was a little confused on that fight too because the way David does it's really different. Like, David makes it where we're on that platform so that we never get knocked into the group. Because David pulls before we get there. So we have all the percentages done by the time we get to him. And David makes it where we stay on that back part so that we don't. So I was really out of, like, I was muscle memory because normally when I run that, I run it with David. It was very weird for me to be so open. And I ass pulled one of those guys. Like, my ass was sticking out and I was trying to stay really close. I ass pulled.
Your strategy changes a bit with reaping. You just kind of want to kill something that comes straight to you versus from all fronts.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but
that's true.
That was your first and only time on reaping. What'd you think?
You know, once I figured out, I didn't connect the dots on the reaping happening and us stacking. I knew, like, when we were stacking, but it didn't connect that it was every single time. Once that connected, it was really easy. Because I just drop a ton of AoE everywhere.
Every 20%. Now, I can't wait to see the new FX. I really want to do a 10 real soon. So we're working there.
I got a 6.
Honestly,
shrine is what I have, a 6 shrine.
Honestly, we're going to be doing a lot of 6 through 9s. They're going to be hurt, but we need to do them.
Well, at least just finishing them each week to get your chest. Like, to me, it doesn't make sense to not at least do one. Then I go to get my chest. I'm so excited. It was the first week I finally made sure I did my fucking key. It always gives me stuff I already have the higher item level of. Or the better or equal. Like, it gives me, it was a 410 piece, or 415 or something. But I already had boots that were the same. It never gives me something that is a genuine upgrade. It's always something I already have, which...
How much resin do you have? You might...
I actually can probably buy a piece because I haven't spent any of it yet.
An old Azurite piece. You could try.
I should probably go do that, actually. And I have some of that benthic gear, but I'm going to send it to the monk. Be nice to have a backup healer that is relatively geared. I used to dual wield and keep her always, like, at least heroic ready. But I haven't had time to even wipe my own ass, let alone multi-class. But with the benthic gear, like, I can literally just collect it all on Belle. That's enough to get her in to be able to clear the past tiers of normal and heroic in a pug. So, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. At least I'm a capable healer. I don't know that I could heal for you. I like to think that I can, but I don't know. it'd probably be better than, I don't know. I don't have any better placement. That's the word I'll use, placement. Though I do have a little bit better placement as a healer just because I don't typically try to work on healing myself. So I have to have better placement, but there are times when I'm unsure as a healer where the fuck I stand. But even on Bell, I'm unsure where to stand, and I usually just find Alex wherever Alex is at, and I'm like, well, he's never going to be standing in the wrong spot, so I'm just going to always find where the druid's at, and I'm just going to stand with the druid.
You're gonna pick that one time where he's gonna be like, the fuck are
I
you?
know, because it's going to be like a healing thing only, and I'm not supposed to be anywhere near him, and I'm going to kill us both, and he's going to be like, well then. I'm going to tell him this is what happens when you feed me.
It's like a hungry cat. It won't go away.
I never go away. I never do. That's what happens. Yeah, so we do need raiders, which there's always a lot of interest, but I don't know, people just disappear. We do need capable raiders. We do raid Sundays and Mondays, though.
I know the times are always a problem on Mondays, but those are raid days. Sundays and Mondays. Sundays 6 p.m. Mountain to 9 p.m. Mountain. I'm not going to do the time conversion. You can figure that out. And Monday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mountain.
It always gets better in October or the first week of November. Whenever the time is no longer 3 hours difference between the east and the west side of the world, once it's just a 2-hour gap, people don't think that hour matters. But when you're working late and you're trying to feed your screaming savage children, that hour definitely matters. I wonder... I'd like to see us clear faster.
I really would. Speaking of which, there's some changes that I'm going to implement the rating. You're not going to like them, but it's going to happen.
What's the changes?
Just the biggest one that you stand against. We're gonna do normal till we hit a wall. Then we'll assess how bad said wall is. If it's bad enough, we'll focus on the first boss of heroic.
That doesn't make them better raiders. You're band-aiding the situation. That's the
No.
reason these guys don't improve, because they just get, or we plug in DPS to carry. That's why these guys don't get better. No offense to any of the raiders watching. No offense.
It's gonna happen. I'm
We're
sorry.
never going to have what we need if we continue to band-aid. If you always dad mode, they're never going to be independent. Fair enough, right?
But we still need the gear to get past the wall.
Well, then they need to be doing mythic pluses then.
I totally agree, but I also want to get past the content faster.
I don't do a lot of mythic pluses, but my item level is always where it should be.
What's your item level?
Fuck, I don't even know. It was like 4. Hold on, I could tell you. Maybe, hold on. I'll tell you guys right now, because he's calling me out, so I feel like I need to show him that I am not no scrub. Well, and I have pieces I can't even wear because I don't know why Blizzard keeps trying to shove versatility down my throat, but seriously, they don't know better than me. Let's see, my item level is... Well, I just replaced pieces. I think my item level is like 407.
Not bad.
I have... Most of my stuff is like... I have 2 pieces that are 385. That's the reason it's so low. But they're both trinkets, and typically when it comes to caster classes, I'll keep 2 tiers behind trinkets just to get the right trinket that I need, my best in slot, even if it's the normal version and we're in heroic. I rated with the normal version of the Tidestone because, like, burst, especially when we were burning a boss, like, easy mode. So,
I mean, you said we should be doing mythics, and I totally agree. Do your mythics. It's pretty decent gear in some cases. The gear is even better than raid. But on that same token, having our raiders do mythics for higher item level gear so we could clear normal faster. What's the difference of doing that versus clearing heroic and getting the mechanic down so you're already used to a new
Because raiders
mechanic?
stop showing up. Once you clear the harder content, they stop having a reason to show up. Example, not everybody got the Jaina kill and they're ahead of the curve. Raiders haven't been showing up, which I can't hate on that. Like, I missed the kill. I had to leave raid while we pulled the boss. I had to get up and leave raid in the middle of the goddamn boss fight. So I can't be mad about that, but that is the reason. It's because raiders stop giving a shit because they all say that they want to help the rest of the raid, but if you don't have to show up and do a thing because you've already done it, people stop caring. That's the only reason why we've done it that way. But that's lessons learned of a...
But we've also started our raids with 15 people. Now we're down to 10.
Yeah,
Probably more. We'll see what we get tomorrow. Which again, if you need a raiding guild, you want to help us with normal, or you need a new home, please send us a PM.
Yeah, do it, guys. Like
Realistically, what the point I really want to drive here is like we want to clear content, and if you want to clear content, give us a shot. And if you don't like us, if we're not your style, no harm, no foul. I don't give a damn if you don't like us.
I don't get down. Did you just go? Envy
Pretty
just went
much.
ghetto. He just literally went ghetto. He went Bon Qui Qui right now.
Damn. Stupid ass bitch. I don't give a fuck about you. I'm kidding.
When my two sets of officers collide, I have two of my officers from a game I play on my phone. They're actually they're both, I think there's only two of them in there. There might be a third I didn't know. They're mentioning they say I band-aid stuff. Listen, guys, I don't band-aid shit. I wake up, if you piss me off pre-coffee, we're warring everybody. That's just how it is. I wish sometimes that's how it was in WoW. But, is there more? There's I guess there's plenty of them in there. That's what happens when your two games collide. At least it's not two PC things, right? At least it's, I have I don't have any chill. I'm pretending like I got chill. I don't. So.
You ain't gangsta.
No. I haven't seen anything. I was looking to see if there was any news that I missed besides the drama on Twitter. Poor Taliesin. He, when you piss certain people off on the internet, man, they never let you live it down. It's just like a forever thing. But so, raid, focus, do the things. If you are war moding, stay in war mode if you're Alliance, guys. If you're on a server that's imbalanced, sometimes it takes a few people willing to not turn it off. Although, Julio was telling me last night, that's how you just have to turn your war mode off. I'm like, I know, but I'm preaching this every week. If I do it, I'm not...
Again, I just don't give a damn. Quote me, Eminem.
That's because you're not a purist.
Stopped giving. I was a purist for who knows how long. It didn't get me much.
Yeah, you're right.
And now
doesn't really get us anywhere, does it?
I got a freaking job that pays the bills. That's what I'm focused on. And when I'm done with said job, I take my stress out on WoW. I find some poor quest mob that's like, ooh, you're going to get it hard. Fuck you. You have no idea. And sometimes I'll play the Frost Mage because it's always fun to AoE like a madman on the Frost Mage. I come to WoW to unwind, and I just don't care anymore. You don't want to raid with me because I'm an asshole? Great. Good luck to you. We may have needed you, or we really do need you, but whatever. That's a learning lesson for me, and I do learn from it, but I still don't give a shit. I'm here to play my games. My $15. And rent.
You don't even pay $15. You use probably in-game gold.
I don't. I pay for it.
Do you? I know, so
It's
do I.
just easier.
I tell my husband that I pay for it with in-game gold. I do sometimes, but I don't. I just have it on auto, and it just... Although I turn his account off because he gets these whims, right, where he wants to play, and
After BlizzCon.
Okay, that's funny that you mentioned that because we're going to do something for science. This is for science. So all of you are my witnesses. When I get back from BlizzCon, he is going to ask me to resub for him. And he is going to play for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then he's not going to love me like he's supposed to because he only loves me a lot when I come back from being out of town. Like, he loves me all the time, but like he really, really loves me when I come back from being out of town. That's when it's really good, though, because like I don't have to feel bad for asking him for things because he just does them without me asking when I get back from BlizzCon. And I'm like, why can't you love me like this all the time? And I know the answer. I'm not easy to love. I wouldn't love me like that all the time either. I knew that going in. He knew that going in. Like, he knew what he signed up for. I'm not an easy person to love. It is what it is.
It's like when two unstoppable forces meet. Or collide, I guess.
Like fucking a cow and a bull trying to mate?
It's the funniest thing because she doesn't give a fuck. Even when I was there, like they would argue, and it's not like I need to call the cops arguing. It's more like, are you a fucking idiot? Kind of like arguing, and then her husband's just like, you told me to go get this. Why are you yelling at me? And he's don't turn this around on me, and I'm just like high as balls. I'm just like.
Because here's the thing, guys, real life isn't glorious. Relationships aren't perfect. Everything isn't awesome all the time. And it doesn't matter how much you love someone. You can love someone so much you will take a bullet for them and want to physically choke the fucking life out of them at the same time. Those two things can live on the same planes of existence because I literally dual wield that shit every day in one form or another in one of my random relationships. But I don't have a pretend everything is perfect on Facebook where my whole life is perfect and picture perfect everything. Like, shit's real, guys. Like, when he doesn't do something I ask, and I've asked nicely for a month, and then he chooses the time when I'm not nice because I've been asking for a month, and he's like, why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? I don't know. Why am I so mad? Maybe it's because I've been asking really nicely for a month and you don't listen to me until I start acting like a nutcase.
Sometimes, gents, it's just easier to give up.
It really is.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. You know, I should have taken out the trash. I know that's
Sure.
like a foreign concept for you. It's a heavy bag. I understand. You know, it's only like 3 steps to the garage, but I got it. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I'll fuck up less. You know, whatever. You know, yeah. Do you want me to bring you out some flowers from outside or something? You know, it's a beautiful day. Yeah. Do you need anything else? You're good. You good? Anything from Uber Eats? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go play World of Warcraft.
See, you already
now.
have it figured out, though. You've already figured out.
Anything.
But
Let me know.
you'd be surprised who has not figured it out.
The moment I sit down. Hey, I want to go to 7-Eleven.
Well, you guys literally DoorDash everything.
Happy wife, happy life. Nothing rhymes with happy husband because we're
She's
goddamn
always really
good.
super happy when you DoorDash Cheesecake Factory, but I think where you guys live, that isn't a possibility anymore, right?
It's not a possibility. Actually, it's funny. I didn't say a damn word, but we went to our old stomping ground where we lived. There's a mall there that has a Cheesecake Factory in it, and she's like, I want Cheesecake Factory. We're going to go to bed. What the hell is that damn store called with all the lotions and whatnot?
Oh, Bath and Body Works.
That's the one. I was going to say Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm like, no, that's... I was
That's
watching
Betty.
the other guys.
Well, I mean, it's kind of similar, but...
But I was watching the other guys, so, you know, Michael Keaton. Anyways, I didn't say a damn word. She went in there, she got her stuff, and then we went home. And I'm like...
What?
She completely forgot about the Cheesecake Factory.
There's all kinds of people from my game, my second game, the second game that absorbs my life, in my chat. This is really weird because I've never had my two groups collide, so I'm not really sure what to do. Honestly, it's a little different to have my WoW guild things and then my... To be fair,
Yeah.
I tried to not be involved in my phone game. It was supposed to be a click game. It's supposed to be some shit that I did before bed. to wind down my ADD, something for me to just click every day.
You know, it's funny, like, when I visited her, what, May? It's May. Yeah, May.
Was it May?
I don't remember anymore.
Oh, it might have been May.
Probably first week of June, maybe.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
It's funny, she just doesn't... I see a lot of myself in Belle, and vice versa, I guess. But she'll be like, hold up. Some drama on my other game, Star Trek, and she's just like...
He's not wrong. When I'm on my back porch chain smoking, my husband knows something is wrong, and it's usually my phone game. Like, he's like, okay, who did it this time? Or who are you fighting this time? Or what's wrong? Like, he always knows because I'm on the back porch with my phone, and I'm just like, I'm going to get through
Are
this.
you fucking serious? Let me go get my vape pen. I'll be back.
You know, honestly, I think Envy's... I really should, because Envy would be a really good whale for the Alliance, to be perfectly honest. But not like whale is in size, but whale is in spender.
I had questions. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
I mean, I know I got a gym membership and I missed it a couple weeks. Damn.
Well, I meant whale is in spender.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway.
You know, speaking of spending, you just sparked a funny memory or moment. Me and Alex were playing the game, and we were in Agitar, and actually it was the first day that it came out, and the patch, and we're going around, and I'm sure a lot of you have played the Bejeweled type of game, you know, match colors and whatnot. He called it Candy Crush, and he hates it. He absolutely hates it.
I did a version of that. I did a quest, and you had to... I cheated and WoW headed the answer, but...
Not that one. It's more of like the you got a stack of colors, and then you match 3 colors in a line.
Yeah, and it depends on which location, right? There's like 3 locations, so if you get X location, you have to like do all purple. If you get X location, you got to do like all yellow, right?
Yeah, so he hated that shit. And, he finally gets it after 20 tries and whatever. I just kind of fly in and, bam, done. He's like, how the fuck did you figure it out? I'm like, dude, it's Bejeweled. It's not Candy Crush? I'm like, oh, yeah, Candy Crush. That was the thing. Like, you were the type of guy to like, drop some money for extra tries, weren't you? Dude, I don't want to fucking talk about it.
So, that's actually... I angry purchase. Star Trek, this game it's PvP. That's its design, that's its nature. So, because I have children, I can't just drop 10 grand on a fucking phone game like some of these guys can. But I do angry spend when I'm defending my people or something's happening and I need a little tiny push to do a thing. I do angry spend, and I have to explain that angry spending to the Ginger. Though he did okay me to buy a pack. Because I put my budget on lockdown because I was spending too much money on the baby. But he's like, you can buy a pack this week. I'm like, hey, thanks. But it isn't even the game that's what's fun, honestly. It's just the people. There's so much shit talking. And like these dudes, guys, why do boys cry so much in PvP? Like, you would think that it would be the random women on the server that are crying. It isn't. It's all the boys in global chat. It's just like... trade chat, guys. I don't like global chat and I don't like trade chat, but I can't block global chat. I just can't.
Men are sensitive too. Sometimes when something's going good for us and then that's taken away from us, it hurts. We're a sensitive bunch. We can cry too. We've cried during movies, like Rudy. He was so small. Anyways, go on.
Guys, sometimes I look around and I see how different my life has been. You know, Rem's mom messaged me. So, Rem, if you're watching this, just know your mom messaged me. And she's like, I know you're not really talking to my son a lot, but I just want you to know that I love you and he loves you. And I'm like, well, your son has a really funny way of showing that he loves me. Like, I just want you to know, like, he's supposed to be my best friend. He has a really odd way of showing that he loves me. Like, it's cool, though. Like, I'm not salty about it anymore. I'm over it, guys. Like, we're good.
You know what, though? But sometimes, and don't take this the wrong way, sometimes You just need your own personal time. I know everybody's different, but sometimes like
Well, if he'd stop dating girls on his internet phone app on the internet machine.
sometimes you need some pussy. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
but he's not
I'm just
even
gonna call
getting
it
that,
out.
I don't think. Like, I'm pretty sure he's just paying for dinner and not getting anything in return, which is crap.
Then you gotta pay for something else. I don't condone it, but but sometimes you just kind of like, let me do my own thing for a while. Whenever I go visit my family back in California.
Do you have family back in California?
Yeah, my dad, sister, brother, another pub.
I just kind of assumed, like, I know you have family and I know you came from a relatively good home. Meanwhile, like, here I am in my...
But yeah, I go visit family, and it's just like I've only been here like 22 minutes, and it's like I want to go back to Colorado now. I want to go back home. It's weird for me to say home is Colorado.
Because California was always your home.
Always.
Home is wherever the fuck everybody else isn't.
Pretty much at this point.
The opposite side of the universe is where home is. Home
Like-
could be in a van down by the river.
The damnedest thing is like, especially when I lived back in California. Me and the wife back during Wrath, we were in a 25-man guild doing normal rat or ICC.
Oh, this
And-
would have been 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
And hold on, got a funny picture message from Alejandro.
Is Alex watching?
I don't know.
If you guys are wondering what I'm doing while Envy's telling his story, I spilled... Somehow my vape is leaking everywhere. I spilled stuff and it's like oily. I don't have any control over my life.
It's okay. It's only nicotine. Thing.
If somebody wants to come to my house and help me adult and give me back control of my life, that would be fantastic, because I am spiraling. Like, I'm one day away from like a massive fucking like coke habit where I just go on a binge and like live as a bum for a year and nobody knows me.
I mean, you sort of do. But anyways,
What?
the point is, like, you're sitting at home, you're playing World of Warcraft, an MMO. We've all grown up with this game, and it's like, all right, we're like 5% away from like, we're at 10%, and 5% for Arthas. Hey, I was about to drop out my slave name there. Hey, Envy, I need some help with some. The door was closed. We wiped. Because my dumbass, like, dropped the bad and knocked in the middle of the raid and knocked
You would
everybody out.
never make such a terrible raid mistake.
Privacy it goes a long way, fellas. You enjoy your privacy. There's no shame in saying I need a break from everybody else.
That's why I hide in the bathroom.
Don't be a dick about it.
Well, I don't know. I had to hide in the bathroom. We did grow up with this game. Well, technically, let's see. I've been playing this since 2009? 2008?
I started
2008.
started 2005, off and on, going from Final Fantasy 11 to WoW. Final Fantasy 11 at the time had my complete attention, and like everything else in life, it doesn't matter what game it is, there's always somebody that wants a piece of gear that you've worked your entire... In that game, it's a Link Show, which is a guild. You've worked your entire Link Show life to build up all the points to buy said item, and then it goes to somebody else because that happens to be the Link or the guild master's best friend. So came to WoW, realized that shit still exists, but it was around the time that personal loot became the standard. That was probably one of the better decisions Blizzard ever made.
I agree with that statement. I was a little nervous about it at first, but I never liked Loot Council. I didn't... Like, we did DKP for a while, but many whelps handle it. Like, that's... Honestly. Personally, it was one of the best decisions they ever made for gear. I agree with that.
Man, I had a RuneScape account. I played Ultima Online, RuneScape, and
I think EverQuest was the first.
EverQuest.
EverQuest was. I was in college, and I actually had to stop playing because I realized that I was dangerously close to shirking my responsibilities in college to play this game. Like, I legitimately had to not play it because I was a CIS major at the time, and like I had projects and like all kinds of shit. So yeah, I realized back then that I had a problem.
You know, it sucked back then too because you had that problem. You're like, I need to get on. I need to do like all these quests. I need to kill all these dinos in a Ngoro crater so I can get from 58 to 60. This needs to happen, and you're so invested in the game. And you know, kids, children, back in our day. And I see you, Velitrius, so I know I sound condescending. I'm so sorry. Back in our day, we'd be on the game like, quest mob's about that, and then you get a phone call from your aunt because you're still running on 56K. And you're like, I just got disconnected for bullshit. That was our life back then. It was fun.
When you're...
That's how we know. Sorry, go ahead.
When you're trying to load up and play and your dad's screaming at you that he needs the phone. I need the phone! Get off the computer! I need the phone! And you're like, seriously, I just logged in, and like it takes forever to load because this is like...
I said the same thing to my dad also. He's like, I need to use the phone. I'm like, use your cell phone. I only have 60 minutes.
Yeah, that was back in the day of like those big ass fucking brick phones.
I'm like, bullshit, it's after 9, it's free.
I remember that so much. And my dad would make it where they ended up putting in a thing where if the phone rang, it would disconnect you, right? So then he would let me on the internet longer because, you know, if the phone rang, it would disconnect. And I would turn that off.
That was hilarious.
That was back in the days of chat rooms when chat rooms were like not creepy, right? When it was like...
They were definitely creepy, but, you know...
Not as like... The internet hadn't evolved to its use today. And...
Right, like...
It was not all the things it is, you know, it was in the very beginning stages of people being able to talk to each other on the internet. And...
You know, that's actually AOL Instant Messenger, or AIM. Remember that bullshit?
Yeah.
That's how me and the missus met.
It
was hilarious.
Online dated a guy when I was 15. He lived in Canada and he was in a band. I was in love. He was my forever at 15. Didn't even know each other, but we chatted. We met ourselves in an Excite chat room, which I think Yahoo might have bought Excite. And yeah, he was my forever. I was 15. He thought I was not 15. He thought I was 18. He was 19. I wasn't. I was 15. But guys, this was literally like, not everybody had a computer back then. Not when the internet started to become more mainstream in homes. It was usually just people that had a lot of money. Because the internet, and like a router didn't exist. What is a router? What does that even mean? But I did. I met a guy on a motorcycle. This is why my daughters didn't get away with shit. Because I met a guy. His name was Enoch. He was Mormon. I didn't know what that meant back then. I had no idea. He was going on his mission. He just turned 18. He was going on his mission. He was going to take his bike and he was going to go pitch a tent and he was going to go... the mission, they try to get people to join them or whatever. And he was on... How unsafe. I gave him my home address, guys. I was so unsafe. My dad was pissed. I don't even know how did I not get murdered? Like, I'm really trying to think about how I didn't get murdered. Luckily, I didn't do... That wasn't common, but I...
Those were the days of ICQ chat rooms, AIM chat rooms, Yahoo, playing pool and Yahoo chat rooms.
I miss the purity, right? The purity of something new before humans have had a chance to shit all over it and corrupt it. I miss that.
It was very... Well... We were fucking stupid, but it was very anonymous at the time too. So it's like it's kind of like this, like secret, right? Like, oh, this new adventure. Like, I'm talking to somebody different, and I rolled the dice, and like I said, that's how me and the missus met. We were stupid teenagers, and we said, "The hell with it. You wanna meet up at Disneyland?" We lived in the same state, and luckily she wasn't a 300-pound dude, and I wasn't some 300-pound dude looking to snatch her up. That was coming to think about it now. I can see like how you would feel about that as a parent. I'm not. I got a pug, but I wouldn't let my pug go to Disneyland with somebody I didn't know. That was kind of scary. That shit was hilarious. And the best thing to come from the Yahoo chat rooms is Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator.
I gotta tell you what, man. Every time I lecture my kids, every time, I'm gonna need you to take a seat. That's literally my favorite way to start the lecture with my children, especially my daughters. I'm gonna need you to take a seat. Is this the transcript of your text messages to this fucking dude? Because you're busted. Yeah, I love Chris Hansening. What a walk down memory lane. And like, I miss a lot of things, but we're talking a time, like, my teenage years was the cusp of this technology coming to light. So there wasn't established boundaries or things to fear at first. You know what I mean? Like, at first it was just harmless anonymous things on the internet until it wasn't, right? Like, everything starts off that way until it isn't. But I miss that little window where there wasn't, I'm sure there was fear from parents, but I can't imagine. And then people got smart, and now they can now Facebook Messenger just listens to your phone conversations, and not even phone conversations. It just randomly listens to random conversations you have.
But I'm gonna go ahead and connect this to WoW. Holy shit, this is gonna be awesome. I think, at least. Hear me up. We're reflecting on a time that we hold dear in our hearts. Like, if we could go back and experience that again, we totally would. Let's face it, as stupid as it sounds, like, man, I was a fucking idiot in high school. We all were. I would totally do that because it was fun at the time, and now I'm old and I have bills. Bringing WoW Classic in. Yeah, a lot of you, that's what you want, and I'm not, like, bashing on the idea that, Classic's not going to be the same. It probably will. It'll probably spark a lot of, like, memories for you. You might actually meet up with old friends that you haven't heard of in, like,
if they're old, they should stay that way.
Right.
God takes people out of your life for a reason, guys. Stop bringing them back. You hear me? Females, you're the worst ones.
But, that was that. We've evolved, and so has the technology. God, I can't remember the ability. It was a rogue thing. Oh, backstab.
It was backstab, yeah.
Backstab back in Classic.
Stabby.
Because of the ancient technology that were, the WoW servers back in 2004 and subsequently.
Where the fucking potato and the mouse and the potato were in there running the internet.
You got your epic ass 1.2 gigahertz freaking Intel Xeon processor with like 16 gigabytes of RAM, which was unheard of per fucking server. Yeah, you had that running your entire server, and it crashed frequently. It was so slow that backstab could be cast on an enemy character in front of you, and it would deal more damage because it ignored the I can see your incoming, what the hell is your parry mechanic, because it's still backstab. You have that split millisecond of lag. You're not going to recreate any of that. So how much of the Classic are you expecting?
Well,
are you looking for that connection, or are you looking for the back in the day it was broken because you could do this?
There wasn't any expectation there, right? Because these were things that were new. These were this was the cutting edge of MMOs as we knew them, right? These were, Blizzard, as much as people doesn't want to admit it, they pioneered things here. And, okay, so we might still be stuck in, the same old ways, and I'm looking for the new version on a new engine soon of WoW. Like, they can't keep going the way that they're going, and nothing can stay like that. But I don't think people get that they're trying to, like, right now, all these streamers, right? They're doing these duels and all this stuff in Classic, and they're really hyped and excited. That thing has a shelf life. And it's the same shelf life of what I said about Overwatch. And everybody hated me, and I was not popular, and people hated everything I said. But I wasn't wrong. Overwatch's shelf life, it's a cycle. And it isn't always the same people. It is a cycle of fandom. People come and they go because there isn't any end game there with Overwatch unless you're a pro player. There's no, unless you just enjoy doing it. Like my husband, he does his placements every season. He's very happy doing his placements, being casual and doing that kind of thing. But these things have their shelf life. There's no end game goal, which is why I've always played WoW, because there is a goal. There's every expansion, there's something to work towards. Don't die, NB. Please don't die. See what happens when Colorado makes weed legal? This. He's going to die. We're going to watch him die live on the air. Oh, yeah, he's going to die. Lena, you should probably go make sure he doesn't die. Send a pug in there to shit on the floor. I'm making it worse because I'm making him laugh, and I know it. Like, I shouldn't be making him laugh. He does got a bitch lung, though. He got a little bitty baby lung. Little bitty baby lung, Envy? No? Oh, I'm laughing so hard. So, guys, since we're winding down the show, two things. One, I didn't think I was ready to say this because I started smoking 2 years ago after I quit smoking. I hadn't smoked for like 4 years. I was strictly vaping. Wasn't he still dying? I'm just gonna let him die.
I'm good, guys.
Are you okay? Your little baby lung. Lena, just let him die. He's got life insurance. Just let him go.
You know what, though? Like James Franco said in Pineapple Express, when you cough, you get higher. Like, holy shit, guys. I think I need to go, put the fucking laundry in the dishwasher and fold the dishes.
He's got to fold the dishes. So one time, we were in Zoom, and me and his wife...
God damn you.
Me and his wife... It was like 2 a.m, and we were playing another game. He was so high. Literally so high. Now, where her camera view, because they've moved since then, their camera view, it's directly in the entrance to their bedroom. So, where she's sitting, I see, like, on this side of the camera is the door jamb. It's like almost 70, maybe 80% of the door jamb. It's pretty quiet. I hear a thump, and I just see Envy drop. He was walking to the room to go to sleep, and he fucking passed out in the middle of the door jamb on camera. And literally, she was so mad, I could not stop laughing. I probably laughed for a good 4 fucking hours. Like, it was hysterical. He was wearing a white shirt, which is what made it even funnier because I wasn't sure that it was him, but you could just see the white shirt, and you just see, like, you see a stumble, and then you just see him drop, and he just fell asleep in the middle of the fucking door jamb, like, legitimately.
Now, the way she's explaining it, you're probably thinking, like, you know, this hand's the floor, this is me, and no,
he's straight down.
This is the door, and this is me walking, and it's just like, no, I'm just gonna lean here and fall asleep, and boom.
Yeah. He just, like, slunk down. That's all he did. Just... I've never forgotten that because, like, I probably didn't even really know you that well, but fuck, that was goddamn funny. Well, I have also pantsed myself while being on Zoom. My... Were you on for that? I don't remember.
No, but it happened a second time.
So when I stood up, I wear basketball shorts. My pocket got stuck in my chair arm, and it pulled my pants down. The first time I was mortified because there was like 8 or 9 people in Zoom at this time. I've cut back a lot. I don't have many friends anymore because people suck. But yeah, I'm talking about you, Travis. But I stood up and it was laundry day, so I was also wearing white ruse too. to add insult to injury.
Did they say Wednesday when it was really like a
No,
Saturday?
but they were super old ladies. And I was like, well, fuck, I don't have any shame. Like, all these guys are my friends. I don't really care. If they see me at my worst, then they'll love me at my best, honestly. But I did do it the other day. Me and Envy were on, and I fucking stood up and, like, half my pants came down. I'm like, God damn it. Ugh.
And then she did something today. She like,
Oh, yeah, you tried to say I had a wedgie. And I even, like, stood up and was like, dude, I don't got a wedgie. There's no wedgie here.
you took care of it. Like I jumped on.
Oh,
jumped on
did you
down.
see me picking it out of my butt?
You're just like kind of walking over. You did the little shuffle. You got something from the desk, which all you really had to do is, realistically, all you had to do is. No, that required you. I know what you were doing. You're trying to hide the fact that you.
Oh, what was I doing? I was going to do something. I don't remember.
I'm just like half beer in hand, like.
Oh, I was actually going to go get a drink before the show. But then I decided I don't want to not. So, as we're rounding out, this week, I have a lot to do in game. I'm going to try to continue to do it, not breaking the war mode code. Oh, I was telling you guys, so I'm going to quit smoking.
Yeah, she said that.
No, I've never actually said, I woke up yesterday and I was ready to be done. So I went, I ordered a new mod and I ordered the juice that helped me quit the first time. And, like, I've done it before. It isn't, if I want to do it, I'll do it. I just haven't wanted to. But I think I'm ready. And the fact that I have an extended cough from when I got really sick. Oh, the coffee will never go. People will die. But
Holy shit, like.
I replaced it with the vape, so.
This whole week, like, I tried giving up caffeine. And
Why?
At the most, I would have, like, one Coke at night.
Like a line of Coke, or?
Well, that'd be great, but, you know, then my parole officer says it's frowned upon.
Right, when I know I don't have to UA the next day.
But, yeah, you know, like, you're just sitting there, no caffeine. You're like, I'm at work, sitting there, just like, there's an email in front of me. I'm like, reading it, like, for the third time. Like, I just don't fucking get it. And, you know, you're very irritable. I took it out on the pug.
The poor pug, you're a terrible person.
You know, fuck him. He got a pain reliever, a muscle relaxer. You know, for the first 2 days, we picked him up and brought him up and down the stairs. Little $300.
I quit smoking before, Lena. I hadn't smoked for years, and then my 20-year-old was turning 18, and I couldn't stop smoking. Like, once that happened, I just didn't, and it wasn't that I couldn't, it was that I didn't want to. I was already so far in, but I miss vaping. I honestly do. I feel better when I vape, and I don't want to smoke anymore, so. Anyway, so, I am never, ever giving up caffeine. Never. Like, I don't care if my doctor tells me this will extend your life by 30 years. Never will there ever come a day where I don't have my coffee. I can't. This is how world wars start. Some bitch woke up with no coffee. And then nukes are dropping. Like, Hiroshima was not because we were just pissed. Somebody woke up with no coffee. I apologize to any group that hurt, but I'm not really sorry. I offend people every week.
Jesus Christ.
So, to round this out, because I wanted addressed, none of you listening give a shit. Most of you won't even know what I'm talking about, but for those of you that are listening, because you know I'm going to mention it, and I can list your names off if you'd like, but we don't really need to go there. So yesterday, some things were said on Facebook that I wasn't aware of because I don't use Facebook, because Facebook fucking sucks. Apparently, somebody decided to go digging through a past of mine that isn't hidden. It's public record. You weren't a fucking detective there, bro. You... Anyway, I think the majority of everyone that listens or watches and has for, we've been doing this since 2013. I really should get a life. I'm really getting too old for this shit. I think pretty much most of you are aware that obviously I have a past. I think people would be surprised if I didn't, right? Given my nature. So this individual has been posting things in these groups that I'm not a part of because I don't Facebook. Facebook's fucking stupid. I love Twitter, but I don't Facebook. And apparently my past is a problem in terms of me running my party every year. I don't know why. I guess once you've been a convicted felon, it means you are a scallywag forever. I'm not really sure. Like, 15 years ago, guys, was my conviction. 15 years ago. 2004. 2004. Well, I guess technically 2005, the actual conviction. But, like, guys. Now, here's why I want to address it. Because I'm not going to make a statement of, I'm a changed person and please don't judge me. Because I don't give a fuck. Judge me if you want to. I don't care. But to those of you who are trying to shut this party down, you should know that when you're righteous in a situation, everything will always work out the way that it's supposed to be. I have yet to have one person come to me and tell me that my past is a problem. I haven't had anybody, literally nobody, in 2 days. I've had nothing but love and support from everybody. And those that are not loving supporting me, Christy, Kitra, all of you Blizzard fucks, like the whole nine. And yeah, Belle said it on the internet. Can you believe that? I said it on the internet. But this is specific to the person who's been smearing my name. I know that you're not responsible for this, Heath. I know that somebody put you up to it. And I'm going to find out who it is. So if you're watching, I'm going to figure it out. Because it's somebody who knows me really well. Because he had to go through a little bit to try to figure that out. Though it could have been the one. She's a lawyer. So I don't know if she's... I don't fucking know. So my only purpose here is to let you know that I'm not going to explain it. Period. If anybody has questions, they're free to ask me, but I'm not going to defend or explain because I don't have to. Guys, I've been out of prison for 10 years. Whoa, shit. Belle said that on the internet too. Yeah. So let's move on and let's be okay with that because, I mean, shit, what did I say? 10 years ago was when I was released. I make 6 figures a year. I think I'm doing all right. Probably better than the asshole talking about me on the internet, to be perfectly honest. And I don't steal from people, FYI. Well, that's a lie. I do steal my husband's food. And I probably stole some of Envy's food. And I know I've stole some of his wife's french fries.
You stole that bottle of tequila from me.
Yeah, if you're anywhere with me and you have any type of food, I'm probably going to steal it. But I'm not going to, like, hide it. I'm going to do it right in front of you. So we're clear.
And tell the waitress, no, that motherfucker there's taking care of the bill.
Listen, some days you gotta know when to pay and when to not. You have to make those calls last minute. But, so, whoever's listening, you can send this little clip to wherever it needs to go. Because really, that's the only reason I mentioned it is because I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. So, I wanted to give them something to grin about. But, DitchCon, big things. If you are going to be in the Anaheim area in October, which the party's going to be on the 30th, you don't have to be going to BlizzCon to attend. If you want to throw a bunch of people in a car and road trip it down, we're literally throwing the best party of the year. Well, I say that, but, you know. So, it's at this moment where you realize that envy is so high, he doesn't know what the fuck is going on right now. Like, that's honestly what's happened.
And I guarantee, come BlizzCon, DitchCon, I'm going to be on stage and I'm going to be high and not knowing what the fuck's going on.
But are you going to be a villain?
I'll be the bad guy from Pineapple Express.
I picture...
Oh, I should, Craig Robinson's character should try to grow a little fro, like little, like, blue jean vest.
I love you too, Ewok. I picture you more as fucking Seth Rogen, to be honest.
Oh, dude, like a total, like, freaking, like, brown, nasty, ugly-ass suit. like untucked in shirt, like
I don't know why
You're
Lena puts
saying-
up with your shit. Lena,
Yeah,
just let's go move in together. Let's leave the men to the houses and let's just go live somewhere that's like the land of make believe. I want to live where tacos grow. Can somebody tell me where the tacos grow?
well, if you're in Denver, that's Colfax and Federal. You can also get other stuff there.
Ask them what he's gonna. Have you done that? Have you called fast food places and asked what they want?
So I know somebody who was really, really high and called a Chinese restaurant, and Chinese guy's like, "Hi, what do you want to order?" And the other guy on the phone's like, "I don't know. What do you want?"
I can't even with you right now. I'm pretty sure
That's gonna be DitchCon.
I'm pretty sure you guys just witnessed me pee in places. That is amazing. Ugh. I knew a guy. Okay, so we need raiders. If you are able and capable and you want to raid, come and raid Sundays and Mondays.
You'll have a blast. You don't even have to be sober. Just,
I don't
Yeah.
really like Envy when he's sober raiding because, like, if he's sober, it's usually a day I'm in a bad mood. So it doesn't help because he's grumpy and I come in to raid grumpy and then him and I are yelling at each other. But if he's drinking and I'm in a bad mood, it's good because he makes me laugh when he drinks. So it's a
Yeah.
win.
I gotta do like the right type of strain. Like last week, I did the like really shaky and paranoid kind of strain.
Yeah,
And-
nobody likes that. I don't know why you even spent.
I-
Was that cigar stuff you were saying?
No, I don't know what that is. That's probably like fold the dishes, like freaking. I can see sound. It tastes like purple, kind of.
One of these days, I'm going to take all the text messages you send me when you were fucked up, and I'm just going to make, like, a book or, like, just a series of fucking just slides of every fucking... Some things, guys, it like, I can't even describe some of the text messages that I get where I literally have to reread it and go, what the fuck did he just say? Oh. Guys, it's that time of day where it's time to be done. I've had an emotional 2 days, and here we are. And the house is really quiet. I haven't even heard my grandbaby. Somebody's dead. Like either the kid. Well, yeah, he's probably tied up in the closet, and the kids have probably. Yeah, it's probably bad. So,
Wear tiki mask and all.
what he said.
Cotton mouth.
He says, "Was that Alex? Was that Alex?" I know. I love that baby. I love that baby so much. Every time she smiles at me, I spend money on her. Literally. I get on Amazon and one thing I had in my cart, I just buy it. Okay, so, DitchCon, we got lots of stuff coming up. If you back to the Kickstarter, that bad boy ends tomorrow, assuming nothing weird happens in the next 26 hours. It's going to be a long 26 hours. I gotta finish up the art stuff, and we're gonna get rocking on that. And yeah, so rating all the things. Which pug is that's not Brandy? Brandy has a pink color, doesn't she? So he's triggered by envy. Like that's Pugsley, and they have a female pug. Her name is Brandy, and it cracks me up because Brandy's a people name. But look at him. He just envy just triggers him. It's hysterical.
It's okay now.
Like
It's very calming to own a dog because they're really good at relieving stress.
at relieving stress.
They're really kind to the soul. They love every aspect about you. Going, buddy.
I can't. I literally can't. So, when this happened last time, they got into an argument similar to this at the end of the show. And when Envy put him down, he walked over and shit on the carpet live on TV. It was fantastic. He was like, fuck you, I'll just shit on your floor. So the thing about it is, though, like, I don't know why Pugsley does that to him, but Pugsley literally loves him. Like, Pugsley stalks him. So I don't know why.
Why? Actually, lately, and I attribute this to, like, the muscle relaxers. Like, you know, they won't eat the pills by themselves, so you buy those stupid pill pockets.
And then they think it's a snack, right? And then they think you're always carrying them because your life revolves around them 24/7. So naturally...
Like, I absolutely have their attention. Like, this pug's, like, you know, ears all perked up, and, like, he'll listen to every command. He'll still piss on my subwoofer or something stupid, but, you know, he'll follow me now. He's a little cocksucker. He really is.
You called him a little cocksucker. Also, I'm not allowed to publicly acknowledge an individual because he will be mad at me, but we love you, this individual. I know that's really awkward. You guys are like, what the fuck is this bitch even talking about? Those that know. Envy and I appreciate you. Chaos appreciates you.
We do.
We appreciate you very much. That's all I wanted to say. I just want to make it really, really weird. Just want to make it super weird, and
he just made it even more awkward.
He did. I didn't actually think he was watching. He normally watches it on YouTube.
Fine. So I can, never mind. I'm like, are we say that online?
You say I'm not gonna say that online.
I was gonna make a reference about doing a favor to the pug, but
just remember, Chris Hansen is lurking around every corner before you say something online. Just
no, he's not. He can't even afford to be online. He bouncing checks and shit.
You can't sleep. You need the muscle relaxers the pug has.
Dude, he enjoys those relaxers.
We need to take them.
I stare at him when he's high, and I'm like,
is it sad that I don't want to end the show because the second I end the show, they're going to open my door and they're going to want me to do stuff? Can I just leave it live all night?
I mean, you could. And then, you know, the best thing to come out of it, maybe they bring the baby and leave it with you.
Yeah, I usually have her, the daughter takes a bath at 1 in the morning, because that's what you do. You take a bath at 1 in the morning. I haven't been able to successfully explain to my daughter that she's still on tweaker time. I'm like, listen, you know, you've been sober for a fair amount of time now, but you're still on tweaker time, and I need you to not be. But it's hard because I'm a night owl, but I'm not a night owl for any other reason other than that's when my kids are sleeping, and nobody is asking me to make them food, or so-and-so is fighting, or why is the internet not working, or why is this not doing a thing, and can you do this, and can you do that? I don't have any of that at night. So I stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning because it's quiet. Even the husband's asleep. It's just me. On my back porch. With my phone. Not watching porn before any of you get weird. Oh, now you want a sandwich too? Everybody wants sandwiches. That's all they want. They just want me to make sandwiches. Okay. Guys, it's been the weirdest show we've ever had. I don't know. It's been the weirdest show we've ever had. I've been very stressed out. Today was a not stressful day. It was just dealing with fucking idiots on the internet. And Envy is really done. Yeah, he's done.
Like I said, I'm just like, you know, it tasted like purple.
What's going to happen is when we're done with the show, he's going to fall asleep in his chair. He's going to turn his camera off, and he's going to fall asleep in his chair. That's what's going to happen.
I remember I remember a time we actually did a key. It was a low-level key, but it was like early on in the season, and like we get to Siege Bor. It was Siege Borealis. We get to the last boss, and I'm like, we'd already missed the timer, so yeah. I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick.
You never came back, did you?
No, I did. I came right back down, and I was like so high, but I'm so used to doing this this dungeon or this boss in a specific way. You know, just everybody fucks up the Demolisher and then moves to the Gripper. But considering our DPS requirements were a tad bit off, there were adjustments made. My ass comes sitting back down, thinking I'm all like I'm gonna be the hero and know like act like I know what I'm fucking talking about. I sit down, put on my headset, and I'm like, "You ready, Envy?" I'm like, yeah. You told everybody that what to do. Yeah. And then again, Belle touching back to what she admitted to earlier, just to trigger me. What do I do again? And I'm like explaining, everybody's gonna fuck up this Demolisher, and Alex is just like, that's not what I told them to do. And he Belle's like, is he being serious? Like, we all look fucking stupid that night.
Okay, guys, I'm not a nice person sometimes. Like, just because I've changed who I was from 15 years ago does not mean all of that change was for the better. I still have a little bit of an ornery streak, which, to be fair, that's probably why most of you guys are friends with me, because I'm ornery a little bit. But I do. But sometimes I legitimately, I'll ask him what we're doing. He'll say it. And it's this big, like, 5-minute explanation. After the first sentence, my eyes have glazed over, and I'm looking at another screen, or one of the kids is talking to me, or something's happening. I don't hear a fucking word he says, literally. And then I'm messaging someone in Raid. What the fuck did he tell us to do? What group am I in? What if it's a CC rotation? Which one am I? Like, what?
Oh, she seriously pissed me off. What the fuck was the boss's name? The second to last boss in Odir, the General Vzax looking son of a bitch. That's not him though, but yeah, she would not fucking listen. Like, all right, everybody's gonna fuck up the big ad all the way to the right. She's DPSing the fucking ad on the left, and it's like, it's not what I told you to do.
Oh, okay. I can explain that, though.
Mithrax, thank you.
I missed a week. In that week, you guys changed what we were doing. So, you explained it. You literally told me, but all I heard was same thing I already know. That's literally all I heard. That's my fault because I missed the raid the week before. 100% my fault. It got changed. I muscle memory. Once I learn something, I'll never forget it. I'll always do exactly what you told me to do. Like, I'm really good at doing whatever thing you're telling me to do once I get it. But I was like, why am I the only one over here? This is kind of weird.
Or, like,
I messaged David and was like, how come I'm the only one over here and I died? He's like, you're such an idiot. Like, he literally told us we were supposed to be on this side.
I could totally hear him say that over Zoom, too. You fucking stupid.
I know
that initial laugh of his, like, you fucking stupid. Like, my God. Like, yeah, that's what you do to me. Oh, fuck, we did, like, it was a +9 Wake Manor, and we're like, we can for sure at least +1 this with Belle. And we're like, she's like, I need to do a key. I'm like, all right, let's go run a key.
Is that when I was up top and I was supposed to drop down and I didn't?
No, you dropped down, and
I was
told
supposed to
everybody,
stay
stay up so they all come to us. And
guys, I like to be a rebel.
You died because I think it was Cactu healing at the time.
Well, then we're all fucking dead. If it was Cactu healing, we're all dead.
We were gonna make the damn timer, and no.
I'm just kidding, Cactu. Will you heal me in a key? For real, though? I need to do a 7. Honestly, though, I don't squirrel in PvP. It's because I like it. I like PvP, that's why. Come on, you have fun with me when we PvP, Envy. I know you do.
It is entertaining.
Yeah. And he has a death grip, so because I have to chase, if we're chasing someone who hauls ass like a rogue, he fucking death grips them back into where I can fear and fucking kill them. Good times.
I remember doing like just it was like a spontaneous, like it was probably after a show before I was even involved. Maybe it was after Raid, but
There was like 4 of us, right?
yeah, it was like, fine, let's go do against overwhelming odds, and it, like I don't PvP very often, so to me it's still kind of like a. I hope I'm doing okay, and for the most part they're dying, so I think I'm doing good. But don't rely on
He's
me.
such
for
a fucking
actual-
liar. He's
No, no, no,
such a liar. When he's PvP,
if you want me in an arena, that's not going to happen.
his face literally is pure joy when he is killing another player. And when he spots a player and he's like, oh, there's a paladin over here. It is like a 5-year-old getting his very first video game on Christmas.
But during that shit, you can always count like I'm like in raid mode, which is I
Kill anything that's moving.
For the most part, but I'm trying to give strategy at the same time. Like they're heading down the path that's leading into
He
like
does
the ocean.
do that. And I'm like, can you just run to them so I can see your fucking dot on the map? Because I don't understand directions.
And the way she's like telling us that there's something around her, she like literally fucking screams in the mic. And, like,
Okay.
you pull the headset on, like ear rape. Like,
Hold on, it isn't. I don't scream like a girl. I scream it with excitement when I see another player in war mode. I scream, or if somebody's attacking me. It isn't like a girl scream. It's like a. It's an excited. I do scream though, and it is funny. That's the only way they know I'm getting attacked is because I scream.
and then and I'm gonna call bullshit on your whole little moral stance on like. I'm gonna continue doing war mode in Magitor, because when we were PvPing, we saw this lowly little 116 come running up,
Oh yeah.
and that poor little bastard didn't even see it coming. We just kind of like all ganged up on him, and Belle's just like, no, we have standards. They're just leveling. Let them be. I'm like, nah, hell, they rolled the dice. They knew what they were getting themselves.
I do get very sad when I figure out that if there's like 6 of us, dude, and this poor little 116, he's just trying, man. He's out there every day fucking doing God's work, trying to make himself better. And here comes a group of fucking 120s just wrecking his day.
And then we do this again after raid. It had to been after raid. And yeah, even our new tank who's Horde, and he's like all about Horde. He's really just about playing the game. He loves the game. He even like tagged along, and he was having a blast. He's like, he's used to playing with the Horde, so it's like, I didn't think y'all were like any good at this. He actually complimented us. I'm like, we're really not, dude. But we're having fun. And we were in Storm Song in war mode, and there was a shit ton of like Horde. They were just
Well, they were killing our flight path guy, weren't they?
They were doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, they killed our flight path guy. I was pissed.
But they were just like fucking about, and for the most part, we were dominating. But again, this lowly little 117 comes in, and she's like, "Fuck that guy! No, you see what they did to like Jaina's brother?" and kills him.
I was really mad.
She was just like totally invested in the lore at the time. Like, no, fuck them! Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
It was after that cinematic, right? I remember being really emotional, and I was like totally taking it out on the Horde. Oh, was that when we were camping their flight path?
No, we were in Storm Song, so we were like going in and around.
Oh.
And then we got wrecked by this like it was like a raid of Horde that just came through. We got wrecked, and then we resurrected, and we're like, let's go back and see what damage we can do. When we finally got back, a whole alliance just showed up. Like, we're talking about like 40 people plus a botter.
Why isn't that now? Like, why can't... That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't want to re-rant about this because we were supposed to end the show 20 minutes ago. But where are you people at? Because that is what I miss. That just happened a few months ago. This was pre-8.2, guys.
It was hilarious. And then freaking Cactu, like, I think Cactu was working on that achievement,
The
you're,
biggest bitch
tagged
achievement?
on the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called? Whatever.
Yeah.
And poor guy. The horde just kind of pointed him out. It's like, yeah, I'm over here, guys. There's some more over here. Yeah, don't worry, they're just getting fisted over here. Yep. There goes any chance of me getting the achievement, but they're right here, guys. If you need it, go. That shit was hilarious.
Who's down to war mode tomorrow? Because I'm in. I have the overwhelming odds quest. Do you?
Yes.
Let's do it. I need to do a key before raid though tomorrow. It's better to do it before raid rather than after, because after raid I'm hungry, because I'm hangry during raid.
You take it out on other viewers.
At least I tell people, like, pre-raid, guys, just so you know I'm hangry. I have not eaten and I'm about to raid. If I'm grumpy, it's because I'm hungry as shit.
Alright, Cactu. After raid, we're going to PvP. You're going to like it.
I actually think he used to PvP with us, question mark. Yeah, Envy does call me on my bullshit hourly. If you guys haven't noticed a pattern in my life, I have a pattern of very strong people in my life who do not have a problem calling me on my bullshit. You want to know why? Because if they don't, I will railroad right over you. I have a very strong personality. So if I don't have other people with strong personalities, I will organically just, not in a mean way, I do things. I often need people that have the balls to pull me back into place. Like, a lot of people don't think my husband does, but he does. There are times when I don't let him because I'm angry and I just want to be mad, but I am not a teddy bear. Stop telling people that. I don't have feelings. I died inside. I actually don't. I really do have feelings and I hate it. I really do hate having feelings. Sometimes I wish I could shut them off. Because then Envy knows. Envy knows. Anyway, guys. Also, I am going to start streaming again.
I was going to ask you about that.
Do you want to do it too? Like, the idea was always I just didn't want to be the only one streaming on the channel because really, you guys hear enough of my mouth once a week. Like, this is a lot of forehead. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot in your face. You have a lot of forehead too, but it's acceptable because you're a man. Like, my forehead is not glorious. It's just greasy. Yours is glorious because you have a...
I got a natural shine. If anybody's wondering, it's a turtle wax. He stole the pug's beard oil. He's got a better beard than I do.
But I do plan on streaming again. Because, yeah. So, I was going to ask you if you were interested in swapping days or some shit. I mean...
Go ahead and, like, hit the ball while I'm doing stupid shit around Ashton.
I can actually stream. I have the stream set up on my phone for when I'm in California for that week in BlizzCon. Like, I didn't stream on the channel last year for, like, the IRL thing. I should have, but I didn't. But I can totally stream, actually, my gameplay on Star Trek Fleet Command if I wanted to.
Envy's like a Samoan, but he's Mexican. Oh, nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody really knows. We just assume. Like, I assume because I know his last name. But he's really white. But then when he's drinking, he's Russian. He's Mexican with a T.
Mexican.
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 And all the culture comes out. You could tell he's worked really, really hard to, like, whiten himself up so he could survive in this world where the white man's, like, beating him down. You've had to acclimate a lot. You could say it. It's okay.
You know the shittiest part is, like, I hate having to explain this because of the nature of the internet, and me and Alex have known each other for 12 years now, so we have that relationship, that bond where, like, we just say whatever the fuck we want to each other, right? And after work one day, I'm like telling this guy, dude, I am going home. Fuck today. I'm just gonna go home. At least the silver linings, I'm gonna get flying today. He's just like, fuck you, go home. So I take the elevator down, go to my truck, Grand Cherokee rather. Got a fucking flat tire. It's been 15 years since I've changed a spare. And, you know, and we're not talking like a modern car either. Like, the spare that I had changed was like this fucking 1989 240SX. I love that car, but it was a motherfucker. And, you know, you just take like a standard jack and, you know, you place a cup under the freaking, near the axle, and you're good, right? No, these modern cars have like scissor jacks that have these notches that go in the fucking a special notch on the vehicle. I had no fucking idea. I'm looking for a good place to like. Yeah, I think that's a solid place. And Alex is looking at me like, isn't this like natural in your blood? Aren't you supposed to know this? I'm like, fuck you. I haven't done this in like 15 years.
I would have said the same thing though.
He's like, dude, the notches are right there. I'm like, fuck you. Like,
I would have said the same thing.
Find the notches. I start jacking it up. My dumbass forgets to put the e-brake, parking brake on, so it shifts. The diamond, the scissor jack's doing this number. I'm like fucking twisting, and you know the whole time, Alex silently judging me.
You realize you've been white domesticated. Like, not even woman domesticated, you've been white domesticated.
Here's my watch. Here's my watch. I don't know if you can see it with this light. And probably they're...
The whites are like the Stepfords. We're like the Stepford people.
Oh, like...
This is what happens when you get used to our pumpkin spice.
You know what? Pumpkin spice lattes are actually pretty good. I will admit. You get that with like soy milk and, you know.
I have a farmer's tan too. It's on my foot. Hold on. This isn't working out well. Can you guys see how my foot, see my sandals? I don't think you can see it because the white. Anyway, I have a really bad farmer's tan because my sandals.
You know, you probably opened this up for like some dude with some like secret foot fetish fantasy.
I mean, you know, I'll take your money. I am a criminal. That's what we do, isn't it?
You took my Patron. That's what you sure did.
Listen, well, I got a payback. My brother has been drinking the Patron on top of my fridge in my office this whole time, and I had no idea. I was showing my farmer's tan. Stone, you've seen my feet in real life. You know I have a farmer's tan.
Damn, like this conversation's going.
Guys, this is the point in time where I have to turn off the show because it's not going to get any better. It's going to continue to go downhill. His wife is probably hungry, and I don't know. If you notice, when you're done, when I hit stop the stream, go look at the beginning of the show, and you will see the timeline from when Envy starts to dip down in his chair.
And I was trying to show off my nice new little shirt here, like.
Is that a Murloc?
It is. It's from Blizzard Store.
Online or BlizzCon?
Online. Whatever. If they make a Murloc a playable class, you know what I'm like race changing, dude.
I want the new red Murloc. By the way, I was going to tell you guys, go get the red Murloc. It's on the store. The plushie's on the store.
And freaking the wife got one too.
Yeah, I don't really particularly like the Murloc plushies. I don't like plushies in general, unless they're Groot, but I really think that red one's cute. Yeah, Envy's the human hourglass. Guys, it's not going to get any better, so we're going to get the fuck on out of here. Sometime next week, I'm going to fix the intro and outro and make it reflect correctly. Thanks for backing DitchCon. Thanks for your support. For those of you who reached out to me about my internet issue, I appreciate it. Love you all. I'm going to go make sure his wife ensures he's hydrated.
So, you remember I told you I gave up caffeine?
Is that...
It's a Coke Zero. I've been drinking, like... This is like my third one already.
That's not even real caffeine, though, right?
It's caffeine in it. There's...
Who drinks stuff with no sugar? Does that have saccharin in it?
34 milligrams.
Okay, but does that have saccharin in it? Saccharin gives you
Fucking
cancer.
hell.
Doesn't anybody read the pink packets of sugar in the fucking restaurants?
You know
It
what? I don't
literally
wanna live
says.
forever. I honestly don't intend on living forever. I don't want to live in my fucking 70s, past my 70s. You know why? Because fucking mayo's fucking delicious. Cheese is delicious.
I
can't
know. I love all of it. Everything you're saying right now.
You know, like-
Cheese, butter, carne asada, like all of it.
live to like freaking 100. Oh, yeah, but you're gonna fucking eat vegetables the rest of your fucking life? No.
I do want to eat really bad. But then sometimes eating vegetables is good. But I really also like cheese. All types of cheese.
I'll eat broccoli, pour some butter over it. It makes a nice garnishment in a freaking baked potato.
It does make a nice garnish in a baked potato. But you know what also is good in a baked potato? Bacon.
There you go. You know what? The cow ate grass.
Healthy. And has anybody
That's
actually...
a pig back, but
there
the pig ate grass.
Is there proof that bacon is good for you?
You know what? It actually is good for you. Legit, when I was, and Belle can attest to this, I was legit going to the gym every fucking day and, being Seth Rogen, like healthy Seth, not Seth Rogen, fucking Jonah Hill.
I was going to say, Seth Rogen, I don't know if he's ever been healthy. I think he just upped the coke he was snorting, but...
But yeah, healthy Jonah Hill, where he's all buff and whatnot. I'm like, legit bacon is good for you because it has the essential fats you need to, like, help you burn, for burn energy and shit at the gym. Protein in it.
Do people go to the gym? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I fucking certainly was. It's fucking, there's protein in it, and it's gluten-free for you fucking freaks out there.
Listen, nobody is allergic to gluten! My daughter, right now, she is like obsessed with, now all of a sudden she has a lactose intolerance. That kid is almost 18 years old. In her entire life, she has never had a lactose intolerance problem. And she doesn't have one now, but then she's buying vegan butter. Guys, vegan and organic don't belong in my kitchen.
You know what?
Some organic. I do like the organic eggs.
I went to Costco and to buy pizza for like my employees and whatnot, and me and another employee who's in the guild, and we were at Costco and we're waiting in line at the Costco, the little deli area. And shit.
Yeah, you go where my husband goes whenever we go into Sam's Club. He goes right to the deli section to get the hot dog and the pizza.
Yeah, so we're waiting in line and I'm like, I kind of want to eat something healthy, but that fucking Costco dog for $1.50, big ass fucking hot dog and a fucking soda, it's fucking awesome.
It's ass, lips, and elbows.
I don't give a shit. It makes me feel happy. So I'm standing in line, and I'm like,
This
holy
confirmed, guys. Envy likes to eat ass, lips, and elbows. We're gonna
sometimes
spin
you
that
gotta
on the internet because the internet loves spinning things.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. In any case, they got this fucking thing called Al Pastor salad, and I'm like, Al Pastor?
Those two things don't live in the same plane of existence.
Well, that sounds good to me because I'm Mexican and shit. I'm like, I need to eat this shit. And I'm looking at it, it's like, vegan? What the fuck?
It's tofu.
Al Pastor isn't vegan. It's motherfucking soy. It's tofu. This is bullshit.
It's not even real meat.
For fuck's sake, man. Why you gotta like, if it's so good for you and it's easy for you to eat, why do you gotta make it taste like?
And my daughter ate Al Pastor jackfruit tacos, and she's like, "Look, Mom, they're tacos." No, those aren't tacos. Those are an abomination of human nature and my digestive system. Guys, we're officially gonna get on out of here.
Yes, we are.
At least we gave them a nice little. They get life advice. We provide a manner of things here. None of it is good, and surely I don't even know why. But here we are doing it, making the dream happen. We're getting the hell out of here, guys. I need food. Who's gonna feed me?
I don't know, but I need food too.
Yeah, you better go get your wife some food before she kills me. Okay, we're out of here, I swear. Hold on, I just gotta find the button. I moved the button, damn it. We just got mooned by Ewok.